no solid foundation of the school. That is alarming considering he just annihilated a pepperoni chicken pizza. He also sent these pics. Yeah, but that's not nearly as cool as a shit pic. EDP was breaking new ground. They were only just starting to talk. It had been 2 days, I think. And then he hits her with drops of mean ass shit and then sends a picture of his toilet bowl with poopy in it. Yeah, I'd show the other video, but I'm worried of how many pictures of shit he might have sent. What the fuck is this? Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, just having lunch. What did you eat? Tacos. That's cool. What are you doing? Just got done beating my shit. Now watching YouTube. Yeah, just had some tacos. Also just beat the fuck out of my car. What are you doing? Yeah, he sent a picture of his actual unedited shit. He didn't even put like a cute little emoji over it, so I'm a little concerned to show it. I think we're right here. How is this possible? I just went to a random point in here. How is the bathroom trip going? Going great. I'm fucking this bitch up. Are you sure he only sent one shit pic? Like, it seems like that's all they talked about was him shitting. I went a little too far. I skipped ahead no more. I was at 14, not 20. I accidentally spoiled chapter 2 of the scene. I like this part. Relax, I'm not a weirdo or anything. When literally 5 days ago he sent a picture of his actual shit in the toilet. No. We're doing both of this. The only reason I'm going back and forth is because these are censored and I want to understand how we got here. Mom seems bothered that she's 13, but then for some reason continues to talk. Oh, okay, here we go. I guess like a realization here. Not enough to go to jail over. Okay. So how does he continue to like also this stuff? I was eating a corn dog today and the bitch burned the roof of my mouth. I spit that shit out so fast. Alright. Just a little PSA, don't take pictures like this. These kind of pics just never really work. It's just kind of a weird pic. Make sure you get some good flattering angles. You don't need to put like a ton of pride to it, just enough to know where it doesn't look like you're crawling under someone's bed. Where are you ticklish? On my back and stomach. If you ever want something from me and you want it, the easiest way would be to tickle me. Hey, I hope you don't tickle me, that's my weakness. If EDP was a boss battle, tickling would be his weak spot. That'd be your DPS phase. One of these days I'm gonna surprise you, put my hands over your eyes and be like, guess who? That's like the worst surprise ever. That'd be like the last way I'd want to be. Your ear and being tickled and shit. Started talking about sex and then here you had a realization like that's fucking illegal and wrong and bad. Now we're talking. No, not so. Cute little fingers. How did this happen? Literally for 5 seconds or 10 minutes ago. I can't do it. By the way. Go on sex. I go easy. No, you get right there. There's no slow down there. And it's a fucking machine. I honestly enjoy doing my YouTube name says. Yeah. Once you download deeper, maybe you know, you did. What's the 445? It's a random number I chose. Nothing for me. Definitely has me now. I think the 445 absolutely has me. Get out of here, go to jail. Here's the thing. I think that a year ago, I had like 15 million more likes worth of top 100 videos. I wrote like 20 videos. You only have 13 videos. Yeah, of course. This guy's top 100 videos. New way better than how much you have. They only have 13 videos. This guy's got a full-time job making guys. 29 hours doing 600. And when I do kiss you on the lips, on the cheek, on the neck, and I kiss and taste you down there, the vagina. The old vagina. I love to kiss and lift the top of the foot. I love the toes, actually. Huh. So I can look and start. Pretty incredible. How does it feel? Pretty incredible.
Why did that flight feel good?
I'm telling you, this is a lie. EDP went full fanfic here. He didn't fuck a school teacher. He didn't suckle on her nipples. This doesn't sound like anything a school teacher would say. I'm gonna know more about EDP's fucking life than his therapist does. There's so many text messages.
Socks off. Not get in my way.
Here we go. this shit. Basically, when intercourse happens, the penis is stretching and forcing those muscles temporarily to stretch apart from one another.
I don't want to go long. I want to go up a bit.
She should have quizzed it. And what exactly does the potassium pump do in the body, PvP? You seem very knowledgeable on anatomy and physiology. Can you complete my homework? You use the word EDT. Some teachers do. Your body is full of excitement and anticipation. You're wrong, you're again. Your body is anticipating the best. Poetic. Shakespearean, in fact. I also like role play. Hey, that's where you dress up and pretend to be Chris Hansen arresting me. It's a big fetish. Babe, 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 babe. Baby girl. How many days have passed since he said, we can only be friends, this isn't legal, this is bad, this will fuck me up if it ever got out. I can't do this. And then he immediately goes into babe, 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 let me suckle your nipples. Man, he really knows what to say. I ran out of toilet paper while taking a shit.
I hope I'm in frame of the camera.
Hey, now I'm starting to get a little hot bothered. This guy's just smooth. And he's sent me a picture of his you know what I mean? Such a sassy little shit. I love it. Come to your house, climb through your window, and kiss your cute ass passion. That's the only solution. Alright, climbing in like the tooth fairy, but instead of leaving money under the pillow, you leave a little kiss. A little nibble on the ear. Whoa, what the fuck? Handcuff you, throw you in the back of my car, and bring you back to my dining
Gotta make sure this tail doesn't end up like my other silver one.
What's brewing? Being honest, I can't wait to feel how tight your vagina is. After it's really hard. That's how it makes
Try and jump over this.
He's really gone in hard.
I don't think it's gonna work.
He's fucking firing in here. Before it was like,
Maybe I should try the smaller bag first. This is the bag of all my plushes that I don't really use.
you even have me jerking off. Damn.
I'm not gonna wear the mask for this.
He's shaking his fist in the air while he's jerking off. Oh, damn you. Fuck. Why have you done this? Oh, okay, hold on. I just read that. Let me just make sure there's nothing there. Hold on. I'm not taking any chances here. Oh, he actually sent his time. Oh, God. What is happening? He's going wild in the text messages.
Oh, my toe.
Twice in a single text string. Lord, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna send it on Instagram. It's not letting me send videos here. What the fuck? That's cum, babe. I hope he like came into a glass or something, or like a petri dish and stirs it around like a whole lesson. Ah, but damn, this is Scrooge, also known as semen, many other names. Basically, whenever it feels so good to the point where I can't take it anymore, that's what happens. Yes, the milk, the cream. Holy shit. You weren't kidding. This is really like fucking bad. And then the fact that he actually showed up. This is actually horrible. Oh no. He's becoming self-aware. He starts to recognize like shit. These he screenshotted. Oh, and then from that concern, immediately back into like you know your body is slowly starting to develop. That's why I agreed to this. I want to be your first little cute ass. Want to bend you over my table and just want to throw you on my bed and wake you up. Oh! What the fuck? This is worse than like 50 Shades of Grey writing. That shit's horrible. They unironically use the term like cotton panties in that book. What do you think about that? I like that conclusion, and then you just drop the mic. You guys don't want to fuck your fucking butthole.
it's time to stop the video. Is it?
And it was just two dudes with a camera.
No.
That's probably the exact face of her right there. Like a YouTube shot thumbnail. Of course, real vaginas don't produce lube. Is he a virgin? Is that like
I need to get over my fear of jumping over things.
Maybe he just means like it doesn't produce.
I laugh at the failures.
Like a specific lube brand. Like they don't have like a. It's not like.
I will.
Web.
Take my shirt off.
Maybe Spider-Man web like put new web slingers in there for vaginal lube. But vaginas actually do get lubricated themselves. They're like a self-lubricating apparatus. Kiss your daddy goodnight. Sleep tight, princess. This is when he finally started to read. This could all be a fucking setup. As if there wasn't an entire fucking 3 seasons of an extremely popular show all about this exact same thing. Even being fully aware of this very real possibility. Literally for like the 10,000th time in this conversation. Yeah, I guess every time he busted a nut, he started to realize this could all be fucking fake and a setup. But then after post-nut clarity faded away, he went right back to the, let me suck your fucking toes and take a shit. Let's go ahead. Okay. Can we give him a lav mic so we get better audio? Let's really go into it. Put this on EP.
I think I can get that high. Well, busting my ass.
Do they sell cupcakes in this driveway? You should title a video, instead of, your video, almost as a 13-year-old, you should title the video, almost as a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of views. Good one.
I wonder how that looked.
The routine prepared. So, you initiate a conversation.
I really do wonder how that looked. That's my tail. Okay. It's still attached. And in one piece. Yes, the one piece is real. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Memes.
Well, that didn't really work. You don't have the Chris Hansen prestige yet. Do you know who I am? Nope. Okay, that hurts. That's a good question, yes. Why do you have children? Asking the hard-hitting questions. They should have rehearsed a little bit of what they want to act. So why are you a pedophile? Do what Chris Hansen does. He does a really good job with interviews. What? He hit it up like it was a catchphrase. Hey, not a pedophile.
Oh, Jesus. I see the moon. A 13, 15. 15. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that jump with the mask on. I feel like it'll break. Oh. I'm getting a new tail tomorrow, and it's in my dream color. Oh God. Not gonna ever since that I saw Amber Cat's videos, I've always wanted like that like solid orange and white ginger tail that she has. And I've wanted one for a long time, but I can just never find one with this one. Eh. No.
I felt like I knew his talk pretty well by the end of the Chris Hansen did it very well. Chris Hansen was a beautiful weapon in pedophiles, but YouTubers are
With like this style of clasp, you know? Because if you see like the longer ones, it usually almost always means that it's a non-ethical tail. But
this one seems staged. Okay, I can tell you this one is definitely not staged because his entire
Chimera Taxidermy AU on Etsy is from Australia, and they use those longer clasps over there. So I'm just really hoping that the tail I'm getting really is ethical because of the color and the clasp. It's kind of, you know, but I'm just really hoping that it is an ethical tail. All we can do is just wait until tomorrow when it gets here.
I would hope so. Like, if they went through all this effort, did a full investigation, and didn't give it to authorities, they should also be, at some level, responsible for, like, endangering minors to allow someone like that to continue doing their shit. So I would think that it would go to law enforcement at some point.
Can I even get one more jump off of over this before I end it? I hope so.
What a good way of looking at that. Hey, I was manipulated and abused by this guy. Attention more. Sick. Holy shit. Is he just making this up? Because he's like actively making everything worse. I feel like he's just making up names. Like, real talk, man. Obviously, he didn't go what the heck because he's talking to a 13-year-old. I believe he did know it before that. This is unreal.
I don't think so. I think I'm starting to get a little bit pooped out. But I just want one more jump over the bigger bag. Please.
This is so long for no reason. They're saying nothing. They're not actually interviewing them.
Oh, my legs.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip a little bit. Do you guys mind if I skip a little bit? This is really bad.
You know what? That's a win for me.
More than what you wanted them, like Pokemon cards? Recharges, collecting them all?
Need 21 minutes.
This is like an actual, this is actually hitting in something.
Now, while I'm resting, oh, I'm also getting a new collar too, kind of at the end of the month. It's coming from Australia, so it's gonna take a minute to get here. I can't reach my water. I wanna merge a couple video ideas I had together, where I'm just doing quads and whatever. And then another one where I'm talking about how my therianthropy evolved. Because it did evolve. For now, at least. Ow. Oh, God. Ow. So, at the start of my journey, I identified primarily as a fox. And then I got a notification. I'll look at that later. And then I identified as a cat. Well, then I gained the cat stereotype. And then I was still really iffy about identifying as a wolf because of primarily my non-social behaviors. And I'm even starting to think that I probably have autism. I haven't been tested yet because I don't have $3,000 for doctors. I don't have time to get tested anyway. As much as I want to, and as much as pieces it will bring me, it's just not something I can do right now. But then I kind of dropped being a wolf when I realized I was a coyote. And coyotes are still one of my strongest stereotypes to this day. And then the wolf came back to me, just kind of in a different way than I was expecting it to. So, for right now, as of, what the hell's today? The 8th? 9th? What is it? 9th. So as of February 9th, 2025, I am primarily a spiritual polytherian. I've noticed my psychological behaviors are really starting to fade, and I'm thinking that's because while the environment I'm in right now is safe and fine, like, I'm not actively bullied for being a Therian, it's just that I don't really have a lot of safe space around me. Like, yeah, I could go to the golf course, but I hate the goddamn people there. And also, I'm kind of afraid of big unleashed dogs, which is kind of weird because I'm dog-hearted, but it's neither here nor there. But if I have my gear and I'm out in the woods somewhere at the golf course, if I'm trying to like film a video out there, like film quads or just explore, I'm always very on edge for dogs and their owners, but more specifically just the dogs. Luckily, no dog has gone out and attacked me yet. But that's mostly because I try to stay like far away from where people usually go. Like, I try to go really deep into the woods just to be with myself and be with Mother Nature and her animals and her trees and her breeze and just everything. I'm just trying to be with her for a little bit and accept myself for who I am. But where was I going? Oh my god. There's something going on up here. It's not just It's not just therianthropy and being a furry. There's something else going on, and I don't know what it is. But to move on to a different point now related to my therianthropy, as I said, I am primarily, at least for right now, a spiritual polytherian. And all of my stereotypes are past lives. Like, for right now, I am 100% not psychological. I never really was psychological. Like, yeah, it was kind of there at the start, but as I'm now over a year into being a Therian, they're just, it's just not really there anymore, you know? Like, my mental shifts are going, or fading, and I kind of have to rely on voluntary mental shifts for right now until I can get, probably most ideally, to a spot with a lot of woods around, you know, where I can like make a den or something, where I'm not too surrounded by people. Just probably with like a friend or two, cause I can't handle being alone in a house. I don't know what the fuck to do. But the point of this Yap session is to talk about my past lives. I'm getting distracted. But like I said, they're all past lives right now, and the one that's really, I guess, been kind of shocking to figure out is the fact that I'm a black wolf. I thought I was gray. Like, and also the fact that I might be a werewolf. I might be werewolf hearted or something. Because, okay, the thing is with my wolf stereotype, it's always been very, very strange for me. It's like, when I was a very newly awakened Therian, I thought I was a wolf, like a lot of people do. And as I was kind of coming back into thinking, maybe I am a wolf, maybe it's more than just being wolf-hearted, I always found myself relating my wolf stereotype with my general anger. Gotta make sure there ain't no one coming up the stairs. But I've always related my wolf stereotype with anger and being just like a feral beast. So now I'm kind of thinking that maybe I am a werewolf. But the weird thing is, I don't feel like a bipedal werewolf. I feel like a more quadruped kind of werewolf. I think, aren't they feral werewolves? Probably not. But the point is, along with being a wolf Therian, I also feel like I'm a wolf beast, you know? It's a little weird. It's in the questioning phase right now. So I don't really know where it's gonna go. Maybe it's just kind of a flicker thing. Maybe it's just werewolf hearted or kith or whatever. Or maybe I do identify as a werewolf. I don't know. That's the thing with being an older human. You just don't know. You know? You know, the point of this Yap session was still to talk about my past lives that I remember so far. So, it's probably time I get into that. So, the first past life I discovered was silver tabby Norwegian forest cat. And I can't place the date on it right now, but I specifically remember it was kind of when I first got my cat Mask, where I was just, I gotta burp. Excuse me. Where I was just playing around in my gear and listening. Okay, just listening to music. I was specifically listening to Farewell by Burnt. Listen to it. But in that song, it comes to a sudden stop at the end. Like, just everything stops. And, well, during the song, I was already kind of in a very panicked and stressed mental shift. Where I'm sitting right now, I fully believed I was looking at a gray jelly bean. That's what it looked like. In my paws. Or in between my paws. And back by the door, after I ran back to the door, I saw another one. And as the song ended, I got a vision of a gray cat drowning. And this past life is not the easiest for me to talk about because it ties in mostly with my highly irrational fear of going underwater. Like, I've already had 2 near drowning experiences when I was a child. And when I first connected those 2 dots, it made so much sense. Like, I fully believe that I was once a cat that drowned in a forest river. I'm pretty sure I was a stray, but I don't know. And then the next past life I remembered was Red Fox. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Was it? Yeah, it was. And I will admit I am kind of influenced by media. I've always had media and especially music in my life. So it kind of ties into my theory, and I very highly connect music with my identity. But I was watching a documentary in my room. Okay, I was wondering why my camera went dark. But I was watching a documentary in my room, and a similar scene kind of played out on screen, and then I got a vision of being a red fox in a snowy mountainous area, and I was crushed by a giant avalanche. And that one, it kind of hurt, cause like I've always known there was something deeper than just, oh, I'm a dog, he who, woof woof, you know what I mean? Than just being like a psychological theory. And I always knew that there was something more spiritually related to it, because I am a mostly spiritual person. I'm not particularly religious. I'm just kind of in tune with spirituality. At least a little bit as far as like past lives go. But The third past life I found out was Coyote. And that one was also kind of influenced by media. It was influenced by WolfQuest, a WolfQuest video where a player killed an in-game coyote. And then I got a vision of being attacked and pretty much mauled to death by 3, maybe 4 wolves. I think it was 3. And then the most recent past life I found out was my black wolf stereotype, where I was kicked in the head by an elk, specifically a big bull elk. But definitely the one that hurt the most to find out was my cat death. I'm pretty sure it hurts the most because of my irrational fear of drowning. So kind of like the day after I found out that death, I bought a couple of little gray kitten plushes that look exactly like my stereotype, minus all the stripes. And I can remember I was making a TikTok. Thank God that shit's gone now. Or at least thank God I'm not on it anymore. Fuck you, Trump. But I was making a TikTok about my past lives that I knew at the time, where my most recent one was Coyote. And then as I always try to wish those 2 kittens well, wherever they may be now. But as I was writing that down in my TikTok post, I just got this giant wave of dysphoria, where all I could do was hold those 2 kittens close, and the moment I felt their little plushy fur on my skin, I started to cry. I only really feel truly dysphoric for my coyote and cat stereotypes, which is weird because I'm mostly a canine, but whatever. I toyed around with a snow leopard stereotype, and no, it did not stick. But that's kind of how my journey has gone so far, and it's probably gonna get a little weirder. But it's whatever. My journey is my journey, and everyone's is different and unique, and that's just the beauty of being in the Therian community. It really is. It's so fluid for everybody that no one's really gonna have the same 2 experiences, the same 2 shifts. And I don't know, it's just kind of like being a furry. It's just everyone is so unique in their own way, and they all have their special thing that makes them themselves. And I don't really know what else to say. It's just I love this community, really. I don't know what I'm gonna post after this, so bye.